Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Plat. Well, I guess this is kind of Cameron today. I'm still in my work clothes. I just got home. But I wanted to make a video ASAP because I just saw the news that we are getting our compensation finally announced. Let's go to menu, go to news. So this is for the typo in the banner. They said it was a bug, or at least it was like referred to as a bug at some point. I don't think it was a bug, right? It was just a I think it was just a typo. Anyway, but this is for the step up banner for the Fiora and Sophia. And so what are they doing? Basically, it says everybody down here, eligible players, those who completed step 5 of step up. So it sounds like literally everybody that completed step 5, but I don't know if it actually means before a certain date, before it was adjusted. So I wouldn't still buy this if you're planning on getting this, but everyone is going to be getting a free copy of either Fiora or Sophia. Sacred Seal, Fortune Box. These are going to be available at the next maintenance update. When is that happening exactly? I don't know exactly when it's happening, but Octopath Day is in the next few days here, 8/8. So that's on Monday. So it'll probably be either before then or right then. But yeah, so everyone that did the step 5, definitely before the specific update, before it was corrected, will get a free Fiora and Sophia, which is cool because I didn't get either of those units. So a lot of people are going to be getting a brand new unit. And if you're not getting a brand new unit, then you're getting a dupe on a unit, which is also very good. So how do I feel about this compensation overall? I think this is about as good as you can get. Like, this is pretty much the best compensation I've ever seen. It's literally a banner unit, right? I mean, they're not banner units, but it was the featured units on this step up thing. I mean, a lot of games would have given you, I feel like 300 gems or something, you know, like a pole or, 80, like if it was My Hero Academia Strongest Hero, it's like, oh, here's 10 hero coins for the inconvenience. Like, some games just don't give a shit, but this game is going to give you the unit that they promise. So this is awesome. I really like that. Not all of Square games have been super generous, but I feel like this one is just good. So I'm very, very happy with this overall. I'm very excited to get my unit, basically. I don't have either of these. My step up banner was honestly pretty rough overall. I did get a surprise 5-star on the Heathcote banner, but the step up itself was kind of trash for me. But this is cool. So, but beyond just talking about that, I figured we would take a second and just look at the two units, right? Otherwise, it's just a 2-minute video. Might as well make it a little bit longer. So now we could look at each of these units. So let's take a look at Fiora. These aren't going to be full unit reviews, but kind of just so you have an idea of which one you should go for, because now many people are going to be getting guaranteed one. So Fiora is a warrior, which is actually probably who I'm going to pick just because I have almost no warriors that I really like. But she has shadow impact, so maybe not. I have a lot of shadow on my team. Stunning Strike, Trifold Slash. I mean, Trifold Slash ain't no joke. That's pretty good. Impart itself with physical attack up 20% and defense up 20% for 3 turns. 20% is pretty high, and defense up 20%. I mean, I think that's good. It feels like it's not good in a sense of total damage, right? Because if you spend 1 turn doing this and then attacking twice, right, you're doing 20% more damage for 2 turns, so you're doing 220% damage, 240% damage. But if you just attacked, you'd be doing 300% damage. But you have the defense up to kind of compensate, so you'll also be taking less damage, which is a little bit harder to calculate. And you can make it last longer than 3 turns, probably by using some BP. Crumbling Cut, sword damage, single foe. Impart physical defense down 20%. This is good. Now, this is a good ability. This is the kind of shit you want to see. Potency 230, then also with a 20% defense down. Yeah, I like that ability a lot. Physical sword damage to all foes 2 times. Double arcing blow. I mean, that's like good. It's still like you're gonna usually be using Trifold Cut or Crumbling Cut, and probably Trifold Cut. Unless you're Trifold Slash if you're trying to break shields, but then once their shields are down, you're going to be crumbling cutting all the time, which is way better. Passive skills here. Start a battle and impart itself with the attack up 20% for 3 turns. This is obviously not that good for boss fights because it's going to take probably 2 or 3 turns just to get their shields down. But in any kind of like normal encounter fight, it's like pretty good. And maybe you can extend the duration pretty easily. At full HP, raise sword damage of self by 20%. I don't like that. I don't like either of her passives that much. They both seem kind of lackluster, but she does have a few pretty good sword attacks. All right, check out Sophia. Before we look at those, let's look at the skills. Ice. Okay, cool. An Ice Queen. I really like that actually because I don't have that many good ice units. Single foe 170, all foes 150. Elemental ice damage to a random foe 2 times and lowers ice resist by 15%. Whoa. Wild Ice Wind. What a cool ability. I like that. Tome damage to a single foe and impart elemental defense down. This Sophia seems fucking great, man. Elemental ice damage to a single foe 2 times. Elemental ice damage 230. I mean, she has almost too much ice. It's almost like there's no variety. It's 19 ways to deal ice damage. Like, deal elemental ice damage to a random foe 3 times and lower ice resist by 15%. This is a perfect ability, right? Because it's going to hit, if something's weak to ice, if you're fighting a boss weak to ice, it hits it 3 times, breaks 3 shields, and then it lowers its ice resist. So when the shields are broken, you could switch to a more powerful ability. Ice Wind 180 is good. And then, look at this. Elemental ice damage to a single foe 3 times that potency 85. I mean, it's almost ridiculous how redundant the abilities are, but there's so many of them are still really good. Sophia is definitely the unit I'm gonna take. Half hail, half SP at full HP, lower SP consumption by 50%. I don't know. I mean, that's good. It's not great, but it's good. It's probably better if you have a character like what's his name, the apothecary that does an AoE heal that heals everyone every turn. That way maybe you'll be able to top up at the start of her turn, or if she's not the fastest, you can also just have someone heal her if they're faster than her, to lower her SP consumption. I mean, it's good. I don't love it, but I do think it's probably good. Ice augment 5, 30% ice damage. This character is a fucking beast. This character is like a damage nut house. Obviously, it's so niche, right? Like, her actual elemental break ability is her only way of attacking with a tome besides attack, and that's probably bad. But I mean, just like, I would expect a character to have 1 or 2 of these abilities, and she's got like literally 8. This is the character I'm taking. I want Sophia 100%. I mean, I have a hard time imagining a stronger ice character coming out anytime soon, right? This has got to be like one of the cream of the crop when it comes to ice. I wouldn't be surprised even in JP if it still is. I don't know that, but I wouldn't be surprised. I would be surprised if she's not still really good. All right, and those are the 2 units. I'm getting Sophia, but you get free to take whatever you want. Just kind of wanted to look at them really quick. Anyway, yeah, great compensation, makes me really positive about the game, right? I mean, if we're gonna be honest, yeah, it's a big deal because it's a typo on a banner, but like, it was a pretty small typo that had correct statements in multiple spots and then an incorrect statement in 1 spot. So, but again, you know, but I was gonna say you have to give compensation for that, because if one person gets screwed over and spends $100 because they do pay gems on this to get a guaranteed unit that isn't guaranteed, like, yeah, you have to do compensation for that, absolutely. But I think the compensation is still generous for what they did for the actual the faults, right? They definitely felt like this, and this is what's good, right? They just had 1 million downloads, which is fantastic. And then Octopath Day is coming up in a few days. So it's like, I really think this is the perfect time to just get a home run with this kind of compensation. If the compensation would have sucked, like, it would have been like 5 large tasty nuts, you know, if they would have just gave us a bunch of nuts, like, that would have sucked. It would have left a bad taste in people's mouths. The nuts would have left a bad taste in their mouth. That's funny. But then Octopath Day would have, you know, it just would have felt disingenuous while they're celebrating 1 million subs. Octopath Day is right around the corner, and then they kind of, it would have made them look worse, I think. But this is great, guys. That's all for the plat. Thank you so much. For Platypus is Purplatypus. I will catch you in the next video. Let me know which unit you're gonna get if you qualify. See you in the next one.